3. Hey, this is Pop Jibberish. I'm Joe.
I'm Shay.
And today we're watching DOTA episode 5 of book 3. And from what I can remember of the last couple episodes, basically the Invoker just rewrote all of history. And he made it to where his daughter and Philomena are all together and they're one big happy family, but it's rewritten a lot of the history for our main characters as well, including Davion. Marci's back, which we're actually happy about. But yeah, I mean, things have changed a whole lot, and the only one that seems to know are the Invoker and Marana.
Yes.
Right now, Marana she's just seen Davion, and she's basically trying to get him
to remember
who he is, essentially, and help her to change everything back, which is, I mean, do we really want them to change everything back?
With the exception of Marci.
Yeah, exactly.
But everything else, I think it should just be what it is, because so much has already happened. And to try to turn back the hands of time to that extent is just overboard.
I mean,
because she should just leave well enough alone, because we don't know what else could happen.
But the problem was, I think we talked about in the last episode during the review, was the fact that if she changed everything back, in that version, Caden was mortally wounded.
Oh yeah.
Davion died.
Yeah.
Marci was already dead from the previous season. I mean, what is she gaining by changing it back?
That's a really good question. We'll have to, see what she's gaining from that, because it doesn't seem it doesn't seem like it has a point.
Yeah, it's like there's no real reason.
Yeah, but they do seem to be doing things a little bit backwards at this point.
That's true.
If I'm remembering correctly.
Yeah, because it seemed like the climax of the whole season was at the beginning.
Yeah.
and now they're kind of working their way back to changing everything back. I mean, it seems like the Invoker is going to be like the main bad guy. I mean, he's kind of been the main bad guy throughout this whole thing. We've been blaming Terrorblade, but honestly, this all started with a contract with the Invoker and Terrorblade.
Yeah.
So technically, it's not really Terrorblade. Terrorblade had, I mean, he's evil, obviously, but the Invoker was crazy. I mean, that. Anyway, yeah.
I have a lot more to say to that, but I don't think it will be. I think we will go too deep into it and open too many rabbit holes with that. But we do need to go ahead and get into the show.
Yes, let's do that. We're going to jump into the show. If you're new here, go ahead and like and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you can get notification every time we drop a video. Apologize for anyone that's been waiting for the episodes to come out. We've been having some weird issues with YouTube. YouTube just wants to block every single thing that we post. I don't know why. Yeah. So if you're watching this on YouTube, then it's I'm not sure exactly when you're seeing this, but if you're watching on Patreon, then you're seeing it right away, uncut. And I mean, if you're watching on YouTube, you might want to jump over to Patreon, possibly become a patron. That way you can not have to wait so long to get these episodes. But I digress. Let's go ahead and jump into the episode. Let's do it.
Sound good.
Yep.
Sleeping dragon, active volcano, crazy rich lady. I'm sure it'll be fine.
And who is this?
Oh, Marana.
Who is?
Caden.
Oh, that's right.
Caden and Marana.
Right. Because Caden was about to kill Slyrak sleeping. I remember now.
Okay.
Totally forgot about that part.
Yeah, me too.
Thank you, Bunny. He's not getting any better.
So the Invoker is injured.
Right. And I forgot how that happened. Oh, that's right, because he was fighting that one demon. inside the volcano.
Right.
Violation of your mind. I have to see them as you did. I have to know what you know.
That might not be a good idea.
Yeah, she's gonna see.
She's gonna see things that
past where she didn't survive.
Yeah. She's gonna see how her mother did. Oh, he blocked it.
Only he would think to make it so.
That was actually kind of smart.
Yeah, it's
He's
a good
like,
idea.
oh nope, can't go in here.
Right.
Now, if you'll excuse me.
Okay, Marci.
Was that necessary though?
I don't know. She
could have just like
she might
put
know
his
something
hand
we
up
don't.
or something.
Or who is this version of this Marci?
Yeah.
Because we don't.
She never got the relationship with Davion that the other Marci did, so
She might see him as an enemy, you know.
Maybe.
At this point, because we are seeing a different version of them now. So.
Right. He's just chilling.
Sleeping good. How I feel right now.
If she's right about the Eldworm, she's crazy for even going and oh shit!
Break his neck.
God's folly, enough!
Marci is so loyal.
Right.
Could have done that at the beginning instead of beating him up so much. That's what he's thinking.
Did you hear?
Just looked at her like this. Shit.
Marci got her reasons.
Sorry. Only want to
She'll
talk.
get through that.
Right. She
knowing
probably
her.
just punched through it.
Right.
Oh, shields. She's gonna. Oh, okay. I thought she was gonna take the lotuses. Right. Not inside volcano. Inside the moon.
Yeah.
So tap tap. Wake up.
Didn't take much to wake him up.
Right. I wonder if he already knows what's going on. He's just chilling on his back. Oh wow. If that's her only hope. Oh man.
This might be where her regret begins. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
I hope she didn't kill him.
I think she did. This isn't going good.
These names are somehow connected to your recent experiences. Think of them, picture the ghosts, and let me in.
Everybody's saying, let me in.
Right.
Follow the moon if you become lost. If you start to drown, I'll lead you home.
It's funny that she looks so much like Philomena now.
She do.
Like even her like facial features look more like Philomena.
I noticed that. Uh-oh.
Yep, she's seeing the whole thing.
Uh-oh.
Tamron, there you are. We thought you left already. Then I found these. We couldn't let you leave them behind after all you went through stealing them from Filomena.
Oh, he made a point to let her know she stole them.
Right.
Always been 2 moons. When did the larger one break? How?
More like a tomb.
This is the first time they went there.
Bigger than it looks.
Yeah.
It's so empty. So dark.
Huh. Don't see a sorcerer.
And then each one of them disappeared as the pillars. Yep.
How did you find my tower?
Quite unexpectedly, I promise you.
No one has found this tower in 1,000 years, and you simply stumbled upon it.
1,000 years? That's not...
You did not answer my question.
You didn't ask a question. You made a statement, then behaved as if it were a question. Terrible habit.
I wonder if he's gonna realize who she is.
I doubt.
You are no code one.
This might be simpler if I could speak with Philomena.
Whoever you are, you have erred grievously. speaking her name.
Which name?
Uh-oh.
I wonder if going into her mind put her in a different timeline.
You're not alive.
Put her in a different what?
Timeline.
The one who stole
so she is
my
going through
lotuses.
memories. Okay.
Yeah.
Mother, what a strange way to address your goddess.
You?
There is a lot going on.
Perhaps you're right, for here you are, come to kill me.
What? That's not why I've...
Didn't know. Did you think me unprepared?
Please, I don't understand this.
That's different from what actually happened.
Right. There is a lot going on.
Yeah, she's just going through her memories all the way from beginning all the way up until the point where she became the goddess.
Universe.
She figured it out.
Of course. The facts weren't inconsistent. My understanding was incomplete. These are memories, just memories of another universe.
Which universe? Whose life?
She's coming to the realization that her father changed the whole universe for her.
I'm dead, aren't I?
And she never survived.
In this world, this hollow echo of a world, I'm dead.
Poor girl. How you suffered. How he failed you.
It's so crazy how even a memory of Terrorblade is manipulative.
Yeah.
Sense of the universe.
How can he infect her through a memory, though?
It may not be a memory. Could be her just consciousness.
Fimrin is Mene, so I will look to myself. I am the moon.
She came into her power right here. Oof.
They're both two halves of the moon.
Yep.
Yes, do you?
I know who I am. Take me to your father.
No.
Don't worry, I'm here to help. Caden, what? God.
Now she kind of has to change everything back.
Warn Dragonhold.
You're gonna warn them yourself.
Davion. I should have gone back. I was wrong. My sword. My life.
No.
Yup.
Done. The flesh illusion you cling to was no more real
Exactly.
than this one.
Well, all her efforts was in vain.
That's what I was saying before.
He felt that.
Oh, yeah, he did. Why did he feel Slyrek dying? That was weird.
Impossible. No one could have done this.
None of this is what you think.
You killed Caden.
Told you.
Say.
Marci was gone. I knew it.
Let me go!
That's why she didn't trust him.
You were the one person in this world I hoped would listen. Marci, let him go. I told you I needed Slyrak's guidance.
Well, if she gets all of the Eldworm, oh, she would have to kill them all. Because in this world, they are all alive, with the exception of Slyrak.
Right.
Actually, Slyrak wasn't even one of them, was he?
No.
Because there were 8, and I think he killed all 8, actually. No, he killed 3, and then the Chaos one killed the rest.
Mm-hmm.
You can convince anyone of anything, especially yourself. Confess. Tell Philomena everything and burden yourself.
She would not understand.
You both have secrets. The truth needs to begin somewhere.
She's not wrong.
Mm-mm.
Can't have a relationship on a lie.
Not at all.
Show me the Achronicus.
I wonder if that Achronicus has the plans, the blueprints for the machine that he used to change the universe.
What if I'm
Makes
wrong
sense.
about everything?
Highness!
Now, how did she get there so fast?
Right.
Found you.
Captain, what is it?
War. The Principality has launched an attack across the border, and your father, he needs you. We all need you.
Now that felt like a plot hole. That felt like a Lord of the Rings plot hole.
Right.
So,
it's a lot going on.
Yeah.
It's even... There's a lot going on. It's pretty hard to speak on all that we just witnessed because...
Yeah.
It's like we saw two worlds of all in one. I feel like we saw...
Well, we saw...
the Invoker daughter.
Right.
Who we said it was this whole time.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot her name. Fenrir.
Right.
So, but it was like she was talking to her higher self when she went into the memory of, like
Fenrir.
when she went to the goddess of the moon,
mm-hmm.
and they saw the war going on. They saw the war pretty much going on within the moon.
Right.
And it felt like they were colliding together, but then again, it was like she couldn't figure out if she was dead or...
Well, I mean,
or maybe it was me trying to figure out.
Yeah, she understood what the situation was when she came to the realization. So basically, she was just in the memories of Philomena, or of Fimrin. So she went into the goddess's mind, who is Fimrin. She went into her mind and saw her past self from the world that the Invoker changed, and she lived through those experiences that led to not like her whole life, but like the experiences from the point where she stole the lotuses up to the point where she became the goddess, and everything changed. And that's when she saw all of that. She's like, oh, okay. So for some reason, I'm in the goddess's mind, but the goddess is Fimrin for some reason, whoever that is. And so Fimrin did these things. Oh, and she became the goddess. Oh, okay. Now I get it. But wait a minute. Why did all this have to happen? And that's what Terrorblade was like. You're seeing it, but you're choosing not to see it. You're looking around it. And she's like, oh, in this version of the universe, I'm dead. And I've been dead. And all of this change, everything that's happened was because my father was trying to bring me back. When she came to that realization, Terrorblade was like, there you go. And it's like, isn't that crazy? So why don't you go ahead and let me in? Like, even in the memories, he was still trying to manipulate his way back out into the regular world somehow.
Because it's all a part of the consciousness. Like, he just wanted to... He understands the power of that. But
I don't think he would have been able to get out, because he's literally just the memory. It's a fabrication. It's like the memory of a bad situation isn't the bad situation. Yeah. Yeah. But if we go by like Freddy Krueger rules, he could go into the dream and then come out of the dream, right. That kind of thing. So, Yeah. But yeah, it was crazy. It was cool seeing. We basically saw that whole story in the previous season. So yeah, we essentially just watched Philomena get caught up on what the actual situation is. Right. And now that she knows, the actual Philomena, who is now Mene, went to the Invoker basically saying, hey, if I were you, I would come clean. The crazy thing is, technically he doesn't even need to, only to mend their relationship. But it's like coming clean when somebody else already knows the secret. So it's like, I already know, but I want to see if you're going to come and tell me. Yeah. So I'm waiting for you to set the record straight. Right. If you don't tell me, I already know, and I know that I can't trust you. Mm-hmm. And that's why that's what it seems like is going on right now. With Marana, oh my goodness. She should have, in my opinion, I think she should have left well enough alone. Yeah, she definitely should have. Her and Davion weren't together, but she could have started a new relationship with him. if that's what she wanted.
True.
She had Marci there. She had Luna there. She had Lena there, even though she didn't really ask for Lena, but she had Lena there. She had Lena, Luna, Marci, and she could have gone and gotten Davion, and it would have been the end of it. She technically did not need Slyrak for anything. And literally, he told her, "Why are you tripping?"
Pretty much.
He was like, "Why are you worried about what's going on in the previous life? That's done.
It's like you're alive.
You're right. You're alive. You're living. The people that you love are here.
Yeah.
You always humans are always, putting attachments on universes. Just be where you're at.
Just be.
Exactly.
That was the message.
So, which sucks for him that he had to die for her to learn that. I mean, I guess he was going to die regardless because Caden was about to.
Then she killed Caden.
Right. Totally for no reason. For no reason at all. And ruined her relationship with Davion.
Yeah. That's irreparable.
I mean, it's...
We'll see. I mean, I don't know what they're doing with the storyline, but...
I mean, I guess they had to add some more conflict and some more bumps and bruises in there because things would have been too easy if she decided to just stick with whatever it is. If she had learned that lesson before her offenses, then there would be no conflict anymore. She would just be like, all right, I guess we're just living in this one.
It's like they turned her into a person of chaos right now, where before she was more peaceful and about she basically was trying to peacefully go about doing things, whereas now she's pulling out her bow and arrow and
she pulls that bow and arrow out
I'm like, what are you doing?
First thing she do is pull out the bow and arrow. I don't know.
And now they have Marci just
and she has this power that it felt like she kind of had a grasp on in the previous life, and now that she has all her memory, she's technically has a grasp on it still. She probably could have used that power to do something other than shoot arrows at him.
I don't know. Yeah, exactly. And then Marci just kind of came out swinging.
Yeah.
She humbled Davion really fast.
Yeah.
She wasted no time.
She was like, look, you gonna keep walking this direction, you gonna catch hands.
Right.
Okay,
right.
Fine. You want to catch hands? That's fine. I mean, this is what I'm here for.
Catch hands and legs. Flip them.
Yeah, that whole fight was funny. And the fact that she did it with a straight face,
right.
You want to keep going.
So yeah, Marci, she's just loyal.
Yeah,
she's just loyal to her girl. So
yeah, she's the living embodiment of F around and find out.
Right, pretty much.
She I'm gonna stand right here,
but
F around and find out.
Right, exactly. So.
But yeah,
I'm glad she's back overall.
I really am.
That's the best part of the...
Yeah. I mean, she was such a great character. To bring her back was a very smart thing to do for the writers. That was extremely smart. Because it's not like any of this has huge ramifications on the game, according to the comments that we've read so far.
Right.
So it's not like the things that happen in this story are following a game storyline. Mm-hmm. So bringing her back was definitely a writer's choice, which was a perfect choice because she was such a great character.
Definitely.
And we were so sad for her to leave.
Yeah.
And but I guess it kind of pokes holes in the idea of, people die, they're probably just gonna come back. Right now, we should be way more sad that Caden is dead.
Yeah.
But for some reason, with the whole universe swapping thing, we're he's probably gonna come back.
Right. And he was just doing what he's a dragon slayer. Yeah. Don't wake him up. She warned him, and it was you wake him, it's a wrap.
Right.
He still completed his mission, even though his life ended.
True. I mean, he completed it with regret, but definitely, his whole point through season 1 and season 2 was to take out Slyrak, and even during the first couple episodes of season 3, he was at the very end of season 2, he was we're gonna join forces now.
I was just thinking
but
about that.
But after that, me and you gonna have words.
Right. Yeah, that was just not a good decision, in my opinion. So I guess we'll see in the next book. I mean, not book, but episode.
Well, yeah, I mean,
where this will lead to with Marana.
When it comes down to it, I think Caden had a situation where his story arc was pretty finite. Like, we kind of knew where he was going. Either he was going to learn to forgive and look past and like learn to deal with dragons and things like that, or he was going to continue his path and was going to destroy the dragon that he set out to destroy. Yeah. The whole point, though, was that he was supposed to learn that lesson of, you know, like, revenge is not the answer. And he kind of, I guess, learned it at the end of this, when he said, I should have lived for the living, or I should have been there for the living rather than, you know, fighting for the dead, essentially. Yeah. So hopefully Davion takes that to heart, what he said, and like it kind of internalizes that and maybe repair something with Marana, or else again it's going to be a long, hard road to try to get them back together. Because at first it was the will they, won't they, yeah. And then it's like, oh, they're together, yay! And then they just strip that away. Yeah, it's like, oh, come on,
like it never happened.
Yeah, it's like, oh man, now we got to start all over again. But anyway, if you're liking what you're watching here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and become a patron if you want to watch these episodes early. Again, our patrons get this so much sooner than people on YouTube. We love you on YouTube. We love you. But YouTube doesn't apparently love us. They keep copyright claiming these videos, and it's so hard to get these edited down so they can actually show up without being blocked. So if you're watching this right now, just know that it was a struggle getting this on YouTube. But on Patreon, nice and clear, you can see it, no cuts. You can watch it as if we're sitting in the living room with you, having fun, eating popcorn, watching the show with you. So and if you want to support us, that's actually the best way to do it. Right now, YouTube isn't getting us any money for this. But Patreon, of course, is doing the thing. So join up Patreon, become a subscriber, become a patron, like and subscribe, hit the notification bell, and we'll see you in the next episode.